Hello, everybody. It's not so Senkai Maru here, as you may have noticed. I've changed my name recently, I think within the past month or so, I believe. And this video is mostly about stuff to do with the channel, what's been going on, where I've been necessarily, what will be going on, the plans that I have just in general, and just the situations I've been in, kind of. Because I've never really had a video where I've actually like talked. I mean, the only one I've kind of done that was like that Joni, what was his name? Tony? The one with that guy in Africa. I can't remember his name. That's the only one I really even talked, and even that wasn't really scripted or anything. But I have a little bit of notes here, just to kind of stuff, this kind of stuff to go over. Um, but yeah, I changed my name. So Sinkai Maru used to be a name I came up with a good while ago, like even a good several years before I made this channel. And I've always kind of been really big on Japanese culture. And back then, for context as to how and why I came up with this name was there was this website called Chatango, which was just a random website that you used to like talk with people, you know, and people would actively sell and buy like just solid names, like no numbers and stuff like that. And so I was like, oh, I want one of those. That'd be so cool. And I was like just thinking of different ones. I had like Yomoi and stuff like that. But Senkai Maru just kind of stuck with me a bit, and it kind of grew on me, and I really liked it. And of course, I even used it for my YouTube channel. I used it for years, but it just felt kind of outdated, especially as I grew up a bit and really started learning Japanese. I've been like kind of, doing language practice for like a good 8 or so, 5 years. What was that? Like 5 or 8 years now, I think. Um, but I kind of recently, within the past couple of months, decided to do a full name change. Like I went by like Cyan Kitsune. I went by a couple other ones I can't quite remember at this point. But I kind of landed a bit on Karakarisu because another thing about me is my name is Chris, and uh, I should say that like I do really like karakuri and stuff like that, like puppetry and like all sorts of mechanical things and stuff like that. I always thought those things were very interesting, and I just kind of combined the two. I was like, if I were to have like a new name, what would I name myself? Like, along with that, because obviously I want my name in it to an extent, like Kurisu. And so I was like, well, if I merge it with something else, I was like, I don't know what. And I realized that a Kurisu would work really well. So that's just kind of the backstory of that. But anyways, along with my name, some personal things about myself. Of course, my name is Chris. I love games. I play a lot of games. Now, I do like other things outside of games. I'll get to that in a minute. But games I do like are things like Fortnite. I play a lot of Fortnite Festival. I play like just every season. Have been playing every season since Chapter 2. I've played since Chapter 1. I mean, I have that one video from Chapter 1 Season 2 of my first win ages ago. But I mean, I really started playing in Chapter 2 Season 1 specifically. I We were bored. Me and my friends were bored, and I was like, hey, let's try this game again. And then the battle pass was really good. I liked Ripley. I thought he was a fun skin. I had gotten the Starboy skin Slumber, fell in love with him, and that's kind of got me on the track of actually liking it, especially with bots. I have a couple opinions about bots. I prefer them, at least just being in the game, because it helped me really be able to play. I could get wins. I could actually learn how to play and then fight and stuff like that. It allowed me to get into the game more. Um, but yeah, all that sorts of things. But ever since then, I've been playing. I love horror games. I'm a fan of Resident Evil, but I'm definitely more of a Silent Hill fan. Always have been. I played through the Silent Hill 2 remake with my friends semi recently. I mean, within the past like what season? Within the past year or so, I've kind of slowly worked on like different endings and like been working on getting the final, which I reached, which is really fun. and I really want to play Silent Hill F, and maybe eventually, like when I get it, upload it to the channel. I feel like that'd be really fun, or I could just stream it. Again, something else I plan on getting to. I play a lot of VR. I have a PSVR 2. I love really getting immersed in a game, so I find that really fun and entertaining. The Yakuza series, big fan of the Yakuza series. Um, what else? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Um, so that's just a bit about me. Now, some things about the past, where I have been more precisely. Uh, so I had in my description that I don't have a PC. I haven't had a PC in over a decade. And that was one of the main reasons I kind of stopped doing YouTube. I already had a lot of issues. As you know, I did a lot of Bandicam stuff back then because I could not afford any like actual recording software. And we ran on a Windows Vista that could barely run Minecraft. And then along with trying to record Minecraft was wild from that Madness video I think I uploaded with my friends. His name's Jack and Annie, I think. Um, I haven't talked to them in ages, though. But yeah, that kind of led to a bunch of issues, and a couple of years later, I did end up like getting a PS4, and then I decided I could like record videos in there. I could take clips and I could upload those, and I'm like, oh, that'd be quite fun. And I did some things with Battleborn. Loved Battleborn. It was such a shame that I got shut down, but I don't know. It'll always hold a special place in my heart. Um, and then I would try to do things like with the first Fortnite video and stuff like that. I try to do some things, but again, the editing felt a little bit limited. And that goes into another thing. I haven't been able to hardly edit at all with this console, the PS5. I love the PS5, don't get me wrong. It's amazing. Like everything that it does is just really nice. However, I cannot stand the recording and stuff like that. The clips are fine, but trying to go through them, first of all, uh, for some reason, it feels like they just jam like the trophy clips, and you can't really sort them out. You can only sort them in, and you can specifically look at the trophy ones, which is kind of weird when I just want to look at my personal ones, but whatever. And I feel like the editing software just feels worse, so that's the whole deal. Uh, but yeah, I've moved around a ton. I've definitely been more so of a console gamer, but I do really love uh, PC stuff. I always have, but I do just prefer some console gaming. I just generally prefer it, but I'd love to take some of that, like the clips from the PlayStation, and then edit them on a PC if possible. But that is a plan I have in the future to get back into stuff. And on that note, um, like with the past thing, I have moved around a ton. Uh, like all a big thing about me is like all throughout my life, I've moved around a lot. We've always had like a lot of struggles with money and stuff like that, and then on that page as well, getting a job. I've had a couple of jobs, mostly babysitting gigs, a ton of babysitting gigs. I babysit a lot because I'm really good with kids, I feel. Um, but regular jobs, I've only been able to hold regular jobs for like a couple months at a time. I think my longest job was at a local Walmart for about 6 months or so. But I usually get like health issues with like my jaw where it almost becomes like this crippling pain where I can't do anything. And that just leads to a whole bunch of issues. Um, so no money for PC as well. Another issue just in general. I bought this PS5 back when I had a job. I plan on eventually getting a PC once I've worked up enough money and paid off a lot of bills. Of course, after 6 months that didn't happen. Uh, yeah. But yeah. Let's see what else. Oh yes, talking about the future of the channel just in general. Uh, I do want to make a lot more clips. I don't know how many individual clips I would upload of just like me playing games and like talking commentary. I find it hard to kind of commentate. Maybe I just need to come out of my shell a little bit more. I mean, that's why a lot of my clips have been with friends. I have a ton of fun with friends. It's hard for me to play a game without friends, honestly, a lot of the time. 1 second, water. But I do want to do stuff, and I wouldn't mind doing it alone. It'd just be a bit hard to get used to, but I'd get there. Which brings me on to streaming. I do really want to start streaming. I have my PlayStation hooked up for it, ready. I've tried it out a little bit, like for like a couple of seconds. It looked like I did start streaming. I don't know how well it works on YouTube, but I hope it turns out well. But yeah, that will be something I want to do. Also, if anybody does see this video, let me know what you would want to see. Because I'll probably do some VR stuff. Again, love VR stuff. I have to do like Resident Evil 4 remake, Resident Evil 8. I never finished with the VR, so I'll probably restart on that. I have played 8 though, but I haven't, done a lot in VR. As far as some other things, Five Nights at Freddy's, Help Wanted 1 and 2. Although, good lord, talk about terrifying. I can, I those really get me. Uh, but yeah, I think that's mostly it. I'm sorry if this all running around thing is a little bit maybe annoying. I have ADD. I get, distracted very easily. And so just having my hands do something else really helps keep me on track. I've been, uh, I've had a couple of takes already with this. Also, it took me over an hour to find a decent enough map to record on because I needed something that wasn't like too crazy. Uh, I needed something with like a little bit of background music just for, you know, just for some nice stuff in the background other than just me talking. Um, and every map I came across either was just like a 1v1 map with like not much in it, or there's this one that seemed pretty nice, except an XP ping kept popping up literally every second, and I would not have been able to focus at all with that. But yeah, just let me know what you think in the comments if you can, if you're watching this. If you're a long time viewer, I don't know if I have any of those, but that's all right. I mean, I have a couple, my friends. Um, but yeah, I hope all of you out there, whoever you are, have been doing really well. And I do plan to come back. So that'll be all. Thank you.